Today's episode of CDP Plays brought to you by Taco Bell. Live Moss. Nachos are just chicken now.
It turns out that tortillas are just chicken now.
Yeah, why not? Why not just replace every element of food with meats?
It's like the nacho cheese is just chicken. Tomatoes, chicken.
Yeah, just chicken on chicken with some chicken.
Like, is this Pepsi chicken? And
Yeah.
then you start chewing on your straw. Oh my god, this straw's chicken.
Yeah. Anyway, we are continuing our quest for the huge materia. Part of that means we have to go back into Junon in order to get to their underwater reactor. What I like about that part is we can't take we can't get up there via dolphin again, so we have to bribe that guard in order to get up. And he asks for a whopping 10 gil.
Oh, that poor guy. He could have asked for so much more.
He could have asked for so much, but he's so pathetic and so... in my head, he's just so afraid to ask for a bribe that he's like, it's to 10. He's not willing to go any higher than that.
If only he learned to live life Moss.
Mm-hmm. Live Moss, really pull out of their hide.
So, now how many Final Fantasies is this where the world goes to shit?
Uh-huh.
Everybody's real sad.
Mm-hmm.
Things get better, and then you have to go find a bunch of stuff. Like, you have to go backtrack the places you've been, or go all around the globe finding a thing, or a bunch of things.
I think that largely... Well, in terms of backtracking, I want to say it largely started with 5. Because in 1 and 2... and even 4, you're going to new areas and finding stuff as you go to them. With 5, that's the first time where I can remember where it's like, okay, you have to go back to this area, which before you couldn't get into because there were sands swirling around it, now it's changed. Or the worlds have combined into one new world, and so now stuff is here that wasn't there before. In 6, obviously you backtrack, but there it doesn't quite count to my mind, simply because the world is so changed after Kefka.
Kefka.
Yeah.
Was this the last hole?
It was one of those big... Well, we don't really see them very often. I only kept that in there because it demonstrates a nice little effect of materia. It's one of those robots with like a big grill and big machine guns for arms. But Cloud has the transform materia with the added effect materia paired with it in his sword. So when he attacks, he has a chance to inflict Toad and Minnie on the enemy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So Minnie makes you harder to hit?
It makes you small, and then you hit for 1 damage.
Oh.
And then Toad means all you can do are physical attacks.
You still have your same attack as a Toad? Like your same...
I think your attack is reduced, but not as significantly as it is with... with Minnie.
Just fighting in this elevator, that poor woman is
that poor woman, yeah. Now check out her dialogue once we're done here. Because they were like, okay, whoever kills these guys and lives gets to take her out on a date.
There were 2 perfectly good men.
So that's 2 more people that we know Cloud and company have killed.
Yeah, it's like this poor elevator woman all of a sudden is in this battle where a person got turned into a toad and then murdered. This big man with a gun arm is there getting all sweaty next to her, and then this woman's like flexing or stretching her boobs up, and she's like, what's happening?
This skinny man is swinging a sword above his head.
It's getting stuck in the ceiling of the elevator. Yeah. Fist pumps all around.
So you can't get past that dog up there unless you fail an upcoming segment.
I mean, it'd be pretty easy to move that dog.
It would be pretty easy to move that dog, but he's blocking you from getting a red submarine.
And it's like, Cloud will murder people all day long, but dogs...
all day.
He likes dogs.
Yeah. He's subscribed to, or I guess he follows We Rate Dogs on Twitter.
He orders a bark box just to donate to dogs.
Yeah. the first dog he sees on the street. It's like, here you go, doggo.
Here's Count Barkula.
Yeah, so we went down, and then we went down again, and now we're in this cool little underwater area.
This is cool.
Yeah, it's a nice little spot. If you want to complete the weapon side quest, you need to come here and morph a ghost ship into a guidebook. It's fucking obscure. The only reason I ever knew what to do... Now we're going even further down, I think. The only reason I ever knew to do that was thanks to Game Facts. Because I think the guy's like, I need a guidebook. You can find it somewhere. Okay, fine.
So you're further underwater now.
Yeah, at their
This is a huge facility.
It's huge, isn't it? At Shinra's secret underwater. Well, no, nothing beats the top secret underwater Chinese ghost base from Beyond Two Souls.
Like, this really gives you an idea of, like, what Shinra was capable of.
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck, if the giant cannon wasn't enough. Look at this giant underwater thing.
They have so much money because they have a monopoly in every market that they can just blow it on huge, literally huge, extravagant projects like this gigantic underwater top secret submarine base that they don't even need. Again, there are no other armies in the world now. They're just building this huge facility for nothing.
So what was Shinra Beta?
I think I checked that out actually, because I forgot myself. It I don't know what it actually does. It's just a shitty armlet. Once in a while, now that we're getting late into the game, we're starting to find interesting pieces of equipment. Stuff that's like, oh, it has a maximum number of materia slots, but none of them are connected, or it only has 4 materia slots, but it has double AP growth, or this has... There's an armlet you can steal from Rude in an upcoming segment, which has extremely high physical and magic defense, and actually gives you a good chunk of magical evasion, which is very rare, but it has no materia slots.
I like how those guys were like, you are not gonna get that.
Yeah.
And each pair of guards is watching you slice them in half with a giant sword.
Or someone fucking... watching you summon dragons the size of the sky to blow up their friends.
How did they get him in here? We're underwater as well. Doesn't make sense.
The dragon's the size of the moon.
It's like you got Barrett just shooting people.
Yeah.
And then Tifa's just beating their dead bodies into a bloody pulp. She could punch real hard.
Tifa's just punching people. Right now, she's wearing Wolverine claws, so she's basically going Logan on people.
Oh, wow.
Like stabbing the guy in the head and then grabbing him by the legs and using his corpse as a giant swing to bludgeon his own friends with.
Oh, God.
And it's like, no, stop it. Actually, that appears to be the live stream beneath them right there. It's got to get to just the perfect temperature, like 1 or 2 degrees out of the way, and it's not going to be as delicious.
The claw drops. It's like, oh shit! Grabs it real quick.
Oops. Damn, just missed it. Let's go home. This is stupid.
I'm hungry.
I was going to go now. I'm hungry next.
I'm bored. I want to play video games. Back at the bar. We can't go back to the bar. I told you this.
The bar is buried under 1 trillion tons of metal, but I want to go back to it. My video games were in the basement. I'm sure they're fine. I just gotta dig them out. Oh yeah, you live as much moss as you want.
Let's see, do I choose fire or Diablo? Let's see, hashtag Team Diablo. Woo! Party! This is how we do it. This is how
you party when you're 30. You get together with your best friend and you record commentary for a 20-year-old video game while one of you eats Taco Bell. Woo!
Dude, you know what we should get? We should get fucking Taco Bell. We're like,
Yeah, we got so excited for Taco Bell. Earlier this week, we've been planning the Taco Bell even.
Let's eat irresponsibly for one night. It'd be so cool. Play video games.
I only ate slightly irresponsibly because I think Ethel wants to go to dinner later.
Oh, I'll eat them too.
Yeah, I've had more to eat than you today, I think.
Yeah.
So I just had my chicken chips. My chicken chips. The terrorists are right. Look at this stupid robot. Look at this dumb fucking robot that they're sending at us. With its fucking molesto hands.
Yeah, it's...
Molest apostrophe O. Quantifying. Time to squeeze.
Gonna find your tickle spots. It just goes every time it attacks.
This one did give me trouble as a kid though, because it has a mechanic where it can grab you, and then it can grab up to 2 characters at once because it has 2 arms. And once it has a hold of you, obviously you can't act, but it will like spin you around and slam you against his body for good damage. And again, I wasn't like, oh, I should level up. So as a kid, he killed me a couple of times, and I gave him this fight and just threw every summon I had at it, and that kind of did it. And then I got a little bit further than this, and then my Mega Memory Card had to format it. So
Oh god.
there went like 20 hours of progress. I didn't actually beat this game for over a year, simply because of the whole memory... No, a year and a half, because of the whole memory card fiasco.
How is this happening right now?
Don't worry about it, though.
I think this robot's like, can't compute, can't molest giant dragon.
It's trying to... It has a molestation algorithm. And it looks at a person, and it kind of fits that into the profile of what it knows the human shape is. Or the various shapes that's been programmed to be able to tickle and to squeeze. And then it sees Bahamut, and it just can't find a template to work off of.
Here, Riggs, you know, a little bit of chicken chip.
I don't know if this robot looks dumber without its arms, or no, it definitely looks dumber. Because now it shouldn't be able to do anything.
It's kind of got a smile too, like got
Yeah,
lips.
yeah. And it's got that tail laser. Just as potent. I think that tail laser was what really did it to me as a kid. Because it will let go of your characters after a while, after it grabs them. But I think it would beat the shit out of them, then put them down, and then hit me with that laser. It's like, well, there goes all my health. I'm dead.
And it just kind of jiggles back and forth.
Yeah, it has those big, sexy legs.
Counterattack.
I love the counterattack materia.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah. So, God's Hand right there is a weapon for Tifa, and I think I end up using it for the rest of the game. Because, as I've said, I don't like her final weapon, because its attack power increases as she gains a limit meter. So when her limit meter is depleted, she doesn't do any damage. Yeah, 62 to 86. It doesn't have as many materia slots, so I have to make some tough choices, but ultimately it's better. Like, I don't really use enemy skill, or I think I drop enemy skill and steal. No, MP absorb. Because she very rarely casts that anyway.
They really make materia look tasty.
They do.
Like, you just want to gulp them up.
Yeah, you have to imagine that within this world there are a lot of warning signs, like don't keep materia around your children, because they will swallow them or cast fire and burn down your home. Also, it has an attack percentage of 255%, which I think means her physical attacks are unavoidable.
Dang.
I think that's what that means. I might be entirely wrong.
I wish I knew why 255 was always the number, like in
I believe it has.
programming and shit.
Yeah, I believe it is just a programming thing. I don't know the specifics of it, but it's just like with Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Something that once it crosses that, maybe one of the few people watching this will know the specifics.
Why is it always 255?
Yeah, like what is it? Like I get it, 255 is the limit, but what is it about 255 that makes it the limit? That's a weird key item, because you need that to get into fiery caverns up in the hills above Wutai.
Huh.
Like, you could go there when you first go there with Yuffie's side quest, and you go into this cave, and there's just fire, and it's like, ooh, this is way too fucking hot. But now with the scales you go in, and it's like, oh, the scales of Leviathan, beat back the fire.
What's in there?
I think there's a weapon for Yuffie, and there's a unique piece of materia, but I forget what it is exactly. I don't believe it's terribly useful. or else it would stick out in my mind more. You're not taking over the ship. Granted, you've killed a whole bunch of us in our big stupid molestobot.
Yeah, and we're just dancing in your way to prevent you from getting on our ship. The guy can't even hold his gun while he's firing. They just put the weakest of these kind of, you know, police or whatever down here because they didn't expect anyone to show up.
Not all the way down here.
They're like, if anyone shows up, just use the very firm words with them. Just say, "You will not blink," and that's all you should need.
You will not poop. Oh, damn it. Guess I'm gonna pass then. Yeah.
Whoa, they want Cloud bad.
Yeah.
They're like, ah,
They're stalking after him.
get ya. I like when there's contextual reasoning
For a
like,
pincer attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. What I also like is when there's no reason for it, but the scripted encounter is still beholden to the rules of a random encounter.
Oh.
And so just at random, it's like, oh, the enemy has a pincer attack on you, or you have a pincer attack on them, or it's a back attack, or it's a back attack in your favor. Just like the start of the game.
Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, really? It's just like the start of the game. A long way since we got on that train. Killed a lot of people. Blew up a lot of things.
This Barrett's big warm speech. A lot of things have changed, this and that.
Killed a lot of dogs.
That was it. Yeah, killed a lot of dogs.
Remember the night we spent in that tattoo parlor in El Paso? Hey, it's our buddies. It's hard to tell because they look just like everyone else, except they're super scared and incompetent. And he never got to do his special victory dance in battle.
And never
So
will.
we know it's them, and he has that whistle. Nah, you get the chance, you get the choice to kill these guys or let them live, and I always take pity on them. I don't believe you get anything for fighting them.
Ack.
Yeah. Plus you take them prisoner and it's like, okay.
Yeah, they're like, thank fucking
Yeah.
goodness.
And now Cloud, I love this part. Like Cloud's no longer trying to act like the stone cold badass, and he's remembering, oh yeah, I get motion sick. And a submarine is just like latently in motion all the time.
And then also thinking about the fact that you're how far under the surface of the
Yeah.
water, and
He seems to be a little bit claustrophobic as well, so that's certainly not helping anything.
not to mention you just murdered people and
Uh-huh.
you're like trying to steal this material. Like shit's going
Yeah,
crazy.
there's a lot of stress going on right now.
You can do it, Clud.
Read the manual. Oh, the submarine just has an operation manual.
Read the manual. Barrett just slaps you. He's like, "What are you reading a manual for? Just get in there and drive that shit."
Just okay. Grabs the sticks. This button, and then just cuts to the surface. You see a mushroom cloud. Here's the thing. There's another minigame coming up, and the instructions you receive for it, because there are two whole instruction manuals for this. This is just the beginner one. They make it seem like it's going to be the most complex and difficult minigame in the whole fucking game. It ends up being one of the quickest and simplest. You just move forward and mash the fire button. It's over in, I think, 10 seconds.
I mean, it looked on already,
Yeah.
but
It's a little more difficult when you go to play it in the gold saucer, but even then, it's incredibly simple. Like, all I have to do is fire missiles at that sub, and it's already in range. It starts off in range.
what are those red pillars?
Oh, those are mines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if you lose track, use this radar. And
Yeah. And you get
you
10...
just- that's it?
It took 17 seconds, and they give you 10 minutes. So remember that dog from earlier?
Yeah.
He is guarding a side path which leads you to where that submarine will park if you fail this mission. If you specifically go out of your way to blow up your sub, they'll escape to the surface. You'll lose the huge materia, because that's just what happens in this scenario. But you need a submarine. You need a submarine for one key item later. And so you go back down there, and that dog will be out of the way, and then you can go into the side path, and you'll get that red submarine, which is the only way to get that red submarine. But the losing the huge materia is not worth getting a red submarine.
Yeah. Maybe if there's a big purple Jolly Rancher submarine.
Maybe then, yeah. I feel like I'm gonna lick that submarine all over.
I want to suck on that submarine until it's soft enough to bend it in half in my mouth without breaking it.
My teeth are terrible. Full of holes.
Poop.